Modern horror spans a decade of my life and 5 years of sex work. From 2011, at the age of 21, to 2013, I worked as an agency escort. At the age of 27, I began work as a stripper and worked at the club until I was 30. In 2011, hired as a go-go dancer, I met Nicole Bazuin on the set of a music video she was directing. When I arrived on set, the other dancer hadn't shown up, so Nicole explained she'd be taking on the role herself. As we dolled up in the bathroom, a friendship was born. Besides being a top-notch director, Nicole is also an excellent photographer and shot this entire book on film. When I retired from escorting, I lived and worked on an organic farm. Nicole bussed out to visit, camera in hand. I regaled her with stories from my escorting years and posed for pictures on tractors and hay bales. We knew we needed to make art together. We devised a collaboration that would bring my sex work experiences to life. A book that was like Playboy, if Playboy were run by the bunnies. Over the next 2 years, part 1 of this volume, the first edition of Modern Horror Memoir, was written and photographed. We crowdfunded more than $21,000 to print 1,000 copies of our book ourselves as Virgin Twins, in association with Impulse B. The memoir sold out within a year. In 2020, an acclaimed award-winning short film adaptation, directed by Nicole and starring me, debuted at South by Southwest. Part 2, or postmodern horror, is the story of my stripping career, which ended abruptly at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. With this fully realized book, I am grateful to have captured my sex work journey, and Nicole is grateful, as an ally, to have the trust and opportunity to creatively document me. Our collaboration means my story, as precious as it is easily exploited, is told through a prism of friendship, mutual respect, and admiration. It's not every sex worker story, but it is mine. We hope you enjoy modern horror as much as we delighted in making it. Adolescent Consent, a prelude. First week of high school, and I was standing in the middle of the library, peering at new classmates who joked and cajoled in their kilts and knee-high stockings on beanbag chairs. They were smart girls, pretty girls, wealthy girls, girls on the debate team, girls who had been primed for professional success. I'd entered the hallways of Marshall McLuhan Catholic Secondary School with big dreams too. I wanted to be the Prime Minister of Canada, forged by my working-class unionizing parents to become the leader of the left-leaning New Democratic Party. Besides having the power and influence to enact positive social change, I wanted to be the Prime Minister because, well, I figured it was the best way to get Brandon Boyd, lead singer of the band Incubus, to notice me. I fantasized endlessly about marrying Mr. Boyd and singing duets with him on stage. I not only wanted to be Canada's first elected woman Prime Minister, I wanted to be Canada's first singing Prime Minister. However, looking at those girls on their beanbag chairs filled me with a sense that I was out of my league. Did I even want to become a politician? I hadn't been bred to lie or make promises I wouldn't keep. I suddenly became aware that those girls were smarter than me, better debaters than me, better liars than me. Why fight to be in their ranks? Besides, I wanted to be myself. Politicians always have to hide who they are and pretend to be upstanding citizens, when we know, behind closed doors, they're just as freaky as anyone else. Maybe I didn't want to be Prime Minister after all. So, I wondered, what could I be? I looked around the library, then at the books in my hand, eagerly collected from stacks around the room. It occurred to me as if it were the most obvious thing in the world. I wanted power. I wanted influence.